these Tuesday night fights. This evening, we open the tab with an edition of Just for Starters. And in these parts, it's becoming the Omar Sheika Show. The pride of Paterson, New Jersey, the former national amateur champion, the good-looking 20-year-old has won his first 3 professional fights. It was 2 weeks ago when he responded to a test. He was cracked hard in the first round by Maxime Bélanger, the hardest shots he has taken as a pro. And Sheika, shaking it off, responded immediately. Seconds into the second round, he jumped on Bélanger and put an end to it. And Omar looks for number 4 tonight. He gets this joint jumping with his vocal supporters here in New Jersey. There'll be a whole lot of Sheika going on, and that's Just for Starters.
Live from the medieval times here in Lyndhurst, New Jersey, Budweiser, the king of beers, proudly presents Tuesday Night Fights. Our referee for the scheduled 4-round super middleweight bout, Arthur Mercanti Jr. And now, my good friends, introducing the principals. First, in the red corner, wearing the light blue trunks with the pink trim. He tipped in at 166 1/2 pounds. He has 2 wins, no losses, with 1 big knockout. From the Steel City of Pittsburgh in Pennsylvania, let's welcome John James. And his opponent in the blue corner, wearing the solid black trunks. He weighed in at an even 169 pounds. He is undefeated in 3 pro bouts with 2 knockouts. He is fighting out of the Customato Catskill Boxing Club. Making his home in Paterson, New Jersey, ladies and gentlemen, here is Omar Sheika.
Good evening, gentlemen. You already see the rules by the New Jersey State Control Board. I expect you to obey these rules. Let's have a nice, clean fight. Touch gloves. Good luck to the both of you.
Maybe we should start calling this Just for Omar. This is his 4th appearance in Just for Starters. He has revved things up each time, and you give him credit. In his first 3 fights, he has faced opponents with a combined record of 12-1, and you won't be seeing Omar in 4-rounders that much longer, maybe a couple more before he accelerates to 6. Now, he's up against a undefeated John Too Quick James out of Pittsburgh. He has won his first 2 professional fights, and John has been waiting for this fight for about a year because he was supposed to face Omar in the Nationals about a year ago in Colorado. James had won his first fight, but he hurt his hand, and there may have had a head hurt from Sheika. So he wasn't able to move on to the next round, in which he would have faced Omar in that round. Sheika went on to win the Nationals.
Boy, and that's how a local crowd can help you in a fight. A lot of times if you hit your opponent, even though you don't hit him that hard, that was a hard punch, but the crowd gets into it and they scream. All of a sudden, it is so deafening. A fighter sometimes thinks he's hurt. He believes he's hurt even before he's hurt. Now fighting from the southpaw stance, John James says in the ring he is a boxer-puncher. His best punch, he says, the straight left. He says that people compare his style to Roy Jones Jr. He says, I'm unorthodox and I'm versatile in the ring.
Which people?
Yeah, his people. Yeah, him. I think everybody wants to be compared to Roy Jones Jr.
Well, Omar Sheika did show in his last fight that he certainly can take a punch. Kevin Rooney working with him, trying to get him to move his head more, so he doesn't have to show how well he can take a punch. Also working on Sheika with the jab.
Yeah, between rounds, they better work on the shoes. Look at the left shoe. The shoestring has come untied to John James. Oh, but that's not what he's having trouble with right now. It's Sheika all over him. Good wide left hook from Sheika against the left-handed fighters. They are susceptible to that punch. Go wide on the left hook and you'll crack them every time, and Sheika knows that. Sheika says in the ring, I'm a boxer-puncher. He is trying to move his head more like Kevin Rooney teaches his fighters. An outstanding maneuver to get on the side, and then you crack him. His best punch, he says, is the left hook. He is naturally right-handed. Omar Sheika on the attack.
And now some work being done.
Yeah, there is.
On the laces.
Yeah.
The champ spotting that.
The professional fighters they tape those laces so they don't come loose. them tape, and you also double knot your shoes. You take those big bow ears, the rabbit ears of your shoestring, and tie them in a knot so they don't come loose.
James trying to tie Omar Sheika in a knot. He says that normally he wouldn't have taken this fight, but knowing it was a just for starters in front of the Tuesday night fight national audience, that even if this goes to the cards and he does not get the decision, he feels that he can dominate Sheika enough that the audience sees it.
Whoa, there was a good straight left hand that stunned Sheika for a moment. Ooh, this kid is really tough. John James coming to fight. Sheika really going to have to step up to another level tonight. He tasted the power, and you see a different Sheika right now, a different complexion from him.
And a little jawing going on. Omar Sheika, just for starters, and as always a smash hit. Tonight in our main event, it's James Thunder who is making his return, and he is coming off a smash hit. Remember, just 2 months ago in March, it was Thunder starting this fight. He was not seen for long against Crawford Grimsley. The shot heard round the boxing world. First punch, 3 seconds into the fight, and Thunder had his victory. And tonight he goes up against the youngster Maurice Harris, who will certainly be watching out from the opening bell.
Yeah, but a real contrast to James. Maurice Harris is not a puncher. He's a speedster. You saw the record, 8-8-2. Well, it reminds me a little bit of last week. The fighter who had the record of 6-6 that stopped James Buster Douglas.
Yes, Louis Monaco of this week. Also tonight, another 10-round heavyweight fight. Robert Hawkins, who has won 8 straight, and we're curious to see the new Melvin Foster, who insists he's the Melvin Foster of old.
Well, Melvin says he's ready to step up in this heavyweight division, but he's got a tough kid in Robert Hawkins. Hawkins says, I'm coming in here to give Melvin another loss.
And that is coming up. A couple of heavyweight fights in our co-feature tonight. Should be tri-features. This one is turning into one of the best-looking just for starters. Omar Sheika in the black trunks, 3-0, and John James in the light blue, who comes in at 2-0.
James, who really had a good straight left at the end of that first round. And I'm sure what Rooney told Omar Sheika between rounds is smother that power, get on top of this man. Do not back away from him. When you back away from a fighter like John James, he'll tag you with that long, straight left.
These are two fighters who are facing one another so early in a career, who someday may be facing one another in a world championship.
Yeah, who really should be facing one another later on where they're making more money. Tonight, they're doing this just for themselves, for their pride.
Don't say that too loudly.
Look at that.
Bill Caton at ringside. Who is handling Omar Sheika. Well, I give the Sheika management credit.
Oh yeah, they have a lot of confidence in Sheika. Oh, nice left hook on the inside from Omar.
They are just not throwing him in there against some tomato cans to rack up some big numbers on the win side very early. They know what they have here. He's only 20 years old, belies his age, tremendous poise. Omar Sheika, great amateur star, and they are ready to go. And I tell you, Sheika is the guy who says, I want to fight. And he is learning, picking up the experience. Again, runs into a too-quick shot by John James.
But he lands a right hand also.
Arthur McCandy Jr., third man in the ring, right on top of things. Minute to go in round number 2 of the scheduled 4-rounder. This is just for starters. And here's two young fighters who are in a kind of a championship atmosphere because the crowd is aroused. They are here for Omar Sheika. He is from Paterson, New Jersey. He draws very well in this area, and he has terrific support from his fans and friends, all his followers.
Yeah, he's really getting that tonight. He has to watch out for the punches. He's taking too many shots. He had been working earlier, and I mentioned it in that first round. He had been moving the side-to-side movement like Kevin Rooney has made famous. Well, he must get back to that. Move side to side, get the angle, and then score.
John James, a 3-time Pennsylvania Golden Gloves champion out of Pittsburgh.
Too many straight lefts from James, Sheika is. James, good style. Nice jab from him. He starts everything with that. He says the most important weapon in boxing is the jab. I know what he means. I think Sheika does too.